Hi students, I wanted to give you some ideas of how your interviews could ultimately be used in a paper, and that is getting a little bit ahead of ourselves, I realize, because you're not writing your paper for several modules yet, but I thought it might give you some ideas of what to look for when you're choosing your interview subjects and when you're doing the interviews themselves. So I've picked out an example, a news article from the San Francisco Chronicle. And this was an article from a few years ago about nail salons and the health of the workers there. And I've color coded it so you can kind of see what I mean. So the first paragraph I've highlighted in pink is really kind of just an attention getter. It's just some description that is to tell the reader, hey, everybody knows about this topic. We all know that nail salons are where you go to feel good about yourself. Then the yellow portion focuses on one person, this person named Hi, and talks about her health problems that she had when she was working at a nail salon. And it talks about how that made her feel, but that today she's feeling much better. It includes direct quotes from her here, and then transitions to the fact that she works at a new place now. And so think about what this interviewer was asking Hi about. It must have been asking her how she felt and asking her for detail. So if it said, if the person had said, working at the nail salon made me feel bad, they said, well, can you be more specific? And that's how they got descriptive details like itchy eyes, breathing difficulties, skin rashes. Okay. This example of the woman Hi transitions into the main meat of the article, that she works at a place now which is one of the increasing trend of salons that are using safe nail products. So it goes on to explain some statistics about that, and then moves into a second way in blue that you can use quotes from an interview. And in this case, it's an interview with an expert. So this is with Pamela, and she is the coordinator of this county's nail salon program. So she's an expert, and she is being quoted as well. This next person is also an expert. So the owner, Leanne, of this nail salon is also quoted. So these must have been two interviews with experts where they were asking questions that really probably Hi couldn't have answered from her own personal experience, but someone who is more of an expert could have answered. Then the article transitions back into some more informational tone. So it talks about the various chemicals that can be dangerous. It talks about how the chemicals were not known to be dangerous for a long time, and some of the women who were working in those salons were given misleading information about whether they were dangerous or not. And that is when it transitions back into using interview materials. So it quotes from an interview with Julia, who is from an advocacy group. Quotes from her several times, goes back, quotes from the salon owner, and then last, quotes from a salon customer. So think about it. These would have all been interviews that the journalist, Stephanie Lee, would have interviewed. She stopped to take exact notes so that she could have quotes like this one that ends the article. She observes, for example, observing that this woman's polish was removed using a slice of fresh lemon. She takes down details that she observes. And she got a variety of interviews from different kinds of experts and then people with personal experience. So as you're doing your interviews, I want you to think about what a great job having interview materials does for a piece in terms of getting our attention. So imagine that this article started with the green, saying, many California salons are now using better products. That wouldn't really catch my attention. It's the story of this woman who got sick but now is being protected that is really engaging to me. So it's a really great way to draw people into your story and make it less about just fact, 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 numbers, numbers, statistics, statistics, but a mix of that with something that'll appeal to the reader. So I hope that's helpful. I hope that that is inspirational to you when you're thinking about what your interviews might add to your paper later. And I hope that you're intrigued by the idea of writing a paper that both has excellent research and a great deal of reader appeal.